from deep in the heart of the San Fernando Valley, it's Hanging with Dr. Z with Rusty Steel and the Steel Wheels. Tonight, Weird Al Yankovic. This monkey means business. The doctor will see you now.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Stop it. All right, stop it. Okay, I get it. You're just glad to be in the air conditioner. Thank you very much. Well, anyway, welcome. Thank you for coming out. Welcome to Hanging with Dr. Z. I'm Dr. Z. You're the audience. And that is Rusty Steel and the Steel Wheels right over there.
Hey.
How are you today, Russ?
I'm doing fantastic.
You look good. You're glowing.
Do I? I really?
Well, no, you're not glowing. You're shiny.
Yeah, thank you so much. I had some stuff done over the weekend, so I'm feeling really good.
You had a little work done.
I did.
On the punum?
Yeah, I had a little Botox put in.
Why'd you do that?
Well, it was just so convenient. It was like right next to my house.
You don't live near a hospital.
No, but I live next to a farmer's market.
Normally, I go to the farmer's market. If I have an impulse, I get banana bread.
Sure.
And you had somebody inject stuff into your face?
Well, right next, there's a candle kiosk.
Right.
There's the fruit kiosk.
Right.
And then there's the Botox kiosk. So I kind of hit all three.
Uh-huh.
Am I crying?
How can you tell?
I can't anymore.
Can you chew food?
Nope.
It is what it is. It's Los Angeles. But in other ways, LA is like any other town. There's a China. We have Japantown, Koreatown, Chinatown. Now, I have actually been to China. I toured China, selling war bonds with Red Grange in the 40s. And fascinating aspect of China is that every town in China has a Chinatown. But it takes up the entire town. Well, our show tonight is going to take up your entire funny bone. And I'm not kidding. Our guest tonight is a national treasure. And we say that often, but we don't mean it. But in this case, we do. He's a household name. He is beloved. He has albums such as Mandatory Fun, Poodle Hat, Alapalooza. I couldn't love him more if he was my own son. Weird Al Yankovic is with us tonight. We also have Rusty Steel and the Steel Wheels. I'm Dr. Z. Turn your head, laugh.
Got a hot date tonight, but your face is as barren as a desert island? You'll be mustachioed in minutes with Ted Lang's Mustache Mortar. You just sweep, save, and scoop your barber clippings into the handy funnel spout. Point it at your face and fire at will. Then shave into the style of your choice. Ted Lang's Mustache Mortar, the official gunpowder-based recycled facial hair applicator of Princess Cruise Lines.
Up. Oh, Rusty Steel and the Steel Wheels, ladies and gentlemen. The musical stylings of RS and the SW.
What's that mean?
Rusty Steel and the Steel Wheels.
Oh, okay.
But it's just Rusty Steel, really.
It is, because the Steel Wheels aren't there. They got another gig, and that's cool.
Later in the show, actress Glenn Close will be out here to wrestle her own weight in alligators. But now we have quite literally a show business legend and a truly beloved figure in our business. Your son loves him, your daughter loves him, your mom loves him, and your grandmother's in love with him. Weird Al Yankovic, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Dr. Z, how you doing?
Thank you so much for taking the time to be here today. How many names did you go through before you settled on Weird?
7.
7. Any off the top of your head?
They've all been lost to the sands of time.
Al, you look at the world today. You're just a regular guy. You're a working stiff. You're Larry Lunchbox. You get up, you put your pants on, you go to work, you come home, you sit down and flip on the old boob tube.
That's what I call it.
You're just normal, Al.
Well, I kind of thought it was obvious. I mean, I'm sort of hyper-normal, actually. So the weird part is ironic. It's like how they call, like, morbidly obese people tiny.
Have you ever parodied someone's song?
Yes, I have. Thank you for asking.
Thank you, Weird Al Yankovic. No, have you ever done a parody for somebody that did not appreciate it?
Oh,
I'm talking to you, John Cougar Mellencamp. No.
Oh, actually, John Cougar Mellencamp was somebody that turned me down way back in the day. I wanted to do a parody of Jack and Diane.
Sure.
And make it about the royal couple.
Yeah, Charles and Diane.
Charles and Diane.
Maybe in the long look of history.
Yeah, so one of those songs that probably would have dated poorly.
Yes,
I'm
you were going to call, and it was going to be on your Tunnel of Love album. So
yes.
The whole thing was misbegotten. Now, Rusty, you're a musician. If whatever stature you have, it's because you sit on the shoulders of giants. Do you have a question for Al?
I'm so glad you asked. He's an absolute, inspiration to me, and this is a huge opportunity for me. So I would love to do Time for Rusty's Riddles.
No. If you have a question,
Yeah.
you can ask a question, but this is not the time for Rusty's. This is the time for Rusty's Riddles. That's
It is.
at the top of the show.
Yeah.
Now we're into Al's time. So if you have a question about a music thing, like, where do you get reefer? That's understandable, but Rusty's Riddles probably now is not the time.
I have one, though. Time for Rusty's Riddles.
Sorry, Al. Good?
Okay, Al, are you ready?
I sure.
What did the inchworm
He'll never come back on the show.
say to Ewell Gibbons
Go ahead.
at the vintage car auction?
What did the inchworm say to Ewell Gibbons at the vintage car auction?
That's right.
I do not know.
Okay.
What's the answer,
I just
Russ?
thought I'd ask. What?
What's the answer?
No, I don't know.
Because that's Rusty's Riddles.
I thought maybe if anybody's going to know the answer to that one, it's going to be
Rusty,
Mr. Yankovic.
you know I love you. I love you, Rusty. But if you were Kennedy's vice president, his last words would have been, thank God.
That was Rusty's Riddles.
Al, you have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I do?
Do you ever, if someone's sleeping on it, can you feel it?
Every time somebody urinates on it, I get a little tingling sensation on the back of my
Exactly.
neck.
My grandmother would say that when you have a shiver, she'd go, oh, someone's walking over my grave.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks for bringing that up, Granny. Now, Al, I promised I'd get you out of here because you told the segment producer you have running charades with Sergio Mendes at 7, and I don't want you to be late. But I did want to, can I brag on you for a moment?
Okay.
There are people they're friends, and then there are people that you can call. And this guy is one of those. I'm going to tell you a story. A couple years ago, I'm at a quinceañera at Dick Contino's house. And I took a sip of some punch. And the next thing I know, it's 4 days later. I'm at a laundromat in Flagstaff, Arizona, and I don't have a stitch on. All I had with me was a bus ticket and an empty bag of rubber bands. I found a quarter in the detergent machine, and I knew I had one call And I called this guy. And he didn't judge me. He didn't ask any questions. He got in the car. And I never thanked you enough. Thank you, Al.
You're welcome, Dr. Z.
I don't know where my pants are still. But if that ever happens to you, I want you to call me. I love this guy.
I love this guy. I love you, man.
I love you, Al. I love you.
I love you more.
Tomorrow night, Captain Kangaroo and publisher Al Goldstein.